Limited thinking. We going all the way in on this episode. Watch this. Limited thinking. I want to know who wants to talk about that right now. Limited thinking, being limited. I'm not keeping yourself at any limits either. I hate keeping myself at a limited standpoint. Wifey's here. Let's go. Wifey's top today. Let's go, Miss Amanda Z. Let's do it. Becky, come up. Everybody else, let me know when y'all, you know what I mean? We gonna see this. We gonna go straight live. I'm about to ping the room up, share the room up so we can allow some friends to come through and see what's going on, right? See what's going on. Ping the room up, share the room up. I'm gonna have some more people come through. We're gonna be talking about, are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Think big. Everybody at the bottom, come to the top. Come to the top. Come talk to us. We want to talk to you today. We want to dive in the media mentorship community. We've been real consistent doing this. We've been real consistent, going all the way in, diving in, right? And that's what it's about. Staying consistent. Staying very, very consistent. Right? I love this. I love you guys in the community. I'm gonna be pinging it up and allow some friends to come through. So hold on, give me a minute. And if you guys are at the bottom, you definitely can come to the top because we don't want you to surround yourself with limited thinking either, or limited words, as I would say today. Limited words. A lot of people like to push what they believe on you. I don't want to. I don't want you. I don't want to believe everything everyone's pushing on me. I don't want to have a limit. I want to go to the sky. Sky's the limit nowadays, especially when you're doing great things. I think sky's always going to be the limit. You can reach for the stars, reach for something very great, right? Amanda, we're always gonna reach for something great. There's always times that, we've been together and we've been like, you know what, we're gonna go for more, we're gonna reach for greater, and we're not gonna have limited thinking around. Having limited thinking will just only limit you. I don't want to be limited this year. I want to actually be on top of my game this year. This year is the year to surround yourself with individuals that want you to win just as much as they want to win. Don't come around if you don't want me to win just like you. If you don't want me to win just like you, stay from around me, man. All year. All year. Do not come around me if you want to have limited words, because you want to know why? I need big thinking. I want to think outside the box. Because if you think outside the box, you know what that's going to do? You're going to accelerate and bring different opportunities to you, bring different atmospheres to you. I don't want to just stay in the same place as I was yesterday. But I also had to change my circle too. I had to change the people I was chilling with. I used to chill with just people that didn't have no idea where they wanted to go. They just was doing the same things every weekend all day. You know what they were doing, babe? That's what they were doing. They were going to the club, they were popping bottles, and that's all they were doing. They were just going to the club, popping bottles, but they weren't doing anything good with their life. Like, what are we investing in anything? Are we trying to see longevity, right? And it's okay to go do those things, pop bottles, have fun. Because you know me, I own my own wine. Like, I love the pop bottles. But we have to have something to celebrate about. So I'm looking at this stuff. I'm like, yo, like, can I surround myself with some stuff that that wants to, I just want everybody to do good at the end of the day. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't be around people that want to pop bottles, but we ain't, what are we popping bottles for, people? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta find some type of a reason why. But I want to make this room today because I don't like limited thinking. I don't like having a limited mindset. I don't like the words limiting, but I want to know if you guys have ever been surrounded by limited words and how you broke out of that to think big or to become bigger or to do better, right? And this is going to be a fire room. Fire room today. Y'all know what I do. You surround yourself with limited words, think big. Let's toss it up, man. Miss Manifest, Amanda, Queen, Shay. If you ladies can warm this room up, I appreciate you. I'm picking the room up and allowing some more people to come in. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much, Stack, for doing this amazing room. Are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Please make sure you share in the room, share it out to your friends, share it to your groups, wherever you are in a community, share it because I've literally been doing it and I feel like I'm setting the vibration for my team. Like, my team is my girlies, right? I got my men too, shout out to my brother Stack and just a few, but I'm important to myself. So I like
Heavy on the few, sis. You heard the
a
few.
few.
Y'all.
It's about a little speck, right? Because it's important for me to keep myself surrounded with like positive vibrations. I'm not going to go into a long, drawn out story, but limiting words is literally what I had to watch. A lot of y'all don't know this. I got a story for days. But I used to, when I found out about affirmations, I was like, what the heck is affirmations? I didn't really understand. And I see people like, post it up, say it. I was like, you're right. Like that works. So, I watched The Secret. And then I was like, oh, okay, I see The Secret by Rhonda Byrne on Netflix, whatever. They brought it back too. They made it like where it's up there, Because they used to take it down every month. And it was hard to like keep track with it. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne on Netflix changed my life. But that was the first thing. I read the book and then I watched the video. They talked about affirmations. Literally, I affirm everybody in this room to make $100,000 today. So start getting to work. That's important because you can do it. If you believe it, you can do it. I promise you. I literally see numbers I haven't seen in years, like quickly, right? And it's because I believe it, and you attract it. You call it what from the universe to you. So now with the affirmations, what I was doing, I had got a board, a small board. And then I went to Microsoft Word. Back in the day, I don't know if y'all was Microsoft Word heads before like Canva came out and stuff. Like I was using like the word art, and I would literally put my affirmations. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have, and I could shoot past the stars, and all these different affirmations. Like I really was looking at that. I didn't know what it was doing to my subconscious mind. Like people was kept saying, just read them, read them, read them. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I did one thing. I went on to YouTube and I had did like this I am. If y'all want to know what it is, just like DM me or whatever, and I'll send you the link because I can't remember exactly the name. I have to look at it. But it was an I am YouTube video, and it would basically say I am, I am, I am. They said that's the highest vibration of a high vibrational word. I am, because that's what you are, that's what you're affirming. So I watched it. I did it for like, I want to say like a couple of maybe 15 days or something like that. It was like a 14-day 15-day challenge. I did it. Whatever I was saying was happening. And I said, oh my, that's when I really started to believe it. Because you say it, like, you say the affirmations, you attracting it. But when you start to see the actualize, oh my goodness. So that's what really started to really get me into really stating those affirmations. So one of the ones that I write this down, I said this in another room and somebody hit me up and said they had an unexpected check, a big one. Okay. This is big. I am so happy and grateful now that I have, and then you could plug in your money. All right. Plug in the money. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know what the universe is. The universe is us. We're here. All of us in the room. We can't say everybody's name, so you just say the universe. Anybody that's for you is for you. That's the universe. Right. One other affirmation that was fire, right? Because we gotta stay away from limiting words, is you gotta start to attract income. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I have money. XYZ, plug in your money is one. The other one is I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me, right? And literally, that's what was like big. When you say that for 30 days, big opportunities. You start having Stack energy, right? Like Stack has brands hitting him up every 5 seconds. Every day is an opportunity for him. He's drawing it in, so you can use that when you affirm it. He's already on that vibration. So being in this room is setting you in that vibration to think bigger. But that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna toss the mic up. Let's go. Share.
Ooh-wee. Listen, my sis coming through hot. And that's what it's about, having that fire energy, coming in hot, attracting what you want to attract in your life. Are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Not me. I don't want anybody that comes in the room, do not surround yourself with limited words. You know what's gonna do? It's gonna be a downfall. Don't have it be a downfall, right? Please don't have it be a downfall. Let's continue this conversation. Thank you for being here, Miss Manifest. I know you didn't get to catch the room yesterday. You was running around, so thank you
Yeah,
for
what's
being here.
up?
Let's go. We in the building. Queen Shay, Dante, how y'all feeling? Look, are you surrounding yourself with limited words? I'm pinging this room up and sharing this room up. But how you guys feeling? Who wants to take the mic next? Let's go.
Hey, Love and Light guys, I'm in the office, but oh my goodness, I love this topic. So, when I think about who I surround myself with, the first thing that comes to mind is being aware and honest about when it comes to who we're surrounding ourselves with. Like, are we being completely honest about limiting situations or surrounding ourselves with people who are still in a space that we don't resonate with? Ultimately, I think the words we speak create the reality that we live, and our reality is a projection of our mindset. It's all connected. So, how we speak is what we're creating, and what we're creating is our way of thinking. So, imagine if you're not already doing this, imagine if you surround yourself with people who love themselves, or, people who are entrepreneurs, people who are successful. You are ultimately contributing to your reality. You are contributing to your reality and how you live. So if you surround yourself with people who are in a different space, you will ultimately gravitate toward that space. So if I know I'm around someone who constantly thinks like, oh, I'll never get anything, I'm never successful, guess what? Energy is contagious. So at some point, assess who you're surrounding yourselves with. But I cannot, the words we speak is the most important thing, because even when we are surrounded by individuals who may not be in a positive place, the words we speak can shift the energy. So surround yourself with people who care about the words that they are speaking, who want more, who are loving on themselves. So again, I want to repeat this because even when I wrote it, I was like, ooh, that was good. The words we speak create the reality we live, and our reality is a projection of our mindset. So, how are you thinking? Who are you surrounded by? Like,
Come on, Shay. Put a one in the chat if y'all agree.
Say it
look at it.
again. Say it again, please.
I will. The words we speak create the reality we live, and our reality is a projection of our mindset. And even if we take that a step further, when I said our reality is a projection of our mindset is created by the words that we speak and the words that we think. So think about the words that you are speaking. Think about what you are manifesting. Look at the people around you. Do you feel supported? Surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with limitless thinking people. That's what I need around me. I want to know that you're going to take me to Pluto. Pluto is not even a planet anymore. But if you tell me we're going to Pluto, baby, we're
Oh, I'm
going to go
going
to
to Pluto
Pluto.
with you,
Come
Shay.
on.
Let's go to Pluto. Go to Pluto,
So
then
think.
Mars.
Right. Let's think big. Whoever said that we couldn't dream and think big? And my sister Lindsaya, I love the way she inspires me. When she said that something is gonna be done, she's like, Shay, when are we doing it? Oh, I'm doing that right now. Let's get to it. So surround yourself with people who want more. And it's so true. Thank you guys for letting me speak. But think big. Go big or go home. Right?
Man, I'm going to Pluto. I'm going to Pluto with Shay. I'm taking Amanda with me. We're going to Mars. You want to go to Mars too? Yeah, I'm going to Mars. Let's go there. Let's say you coming with me, Miss Manifest. Let's go. I'm going to Pluto, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't limit yourself. When I heard from Shay Shares, don't limit yourself. A lot of people like to limit themselves and like to project that on you. I've seen that a lot of times too. Like that's why I made this room, because people will project their limited beliefs on you. I don't want the negative. I don't want your beliefs on me. Take that shit off me. As soon as you start talking negative or thinking negative, I clip it quick. So I love that, Shay. Thank you for that share. Let's continue to dive in, right? Ping the room up, share the room up, have some more individuals come by and talk about this topic. If you know anybody that, had to deal with limited words, limited beliefs, right? And needs to think big today, tell them to come through. Stack Pack, Media Mentors. Everybody wants to talk to you today. We don't want limited words on the stage today. We want to think big. So I want somebody else to grab the mic. I want y'all to come in hot. Please.
I'm
Who else
coming
is coming in?
in.
Let's
I'm
let's
coming
go.
in.
Oh yeah, I'm coming after Lizzie. I'm coming after.
I'm coming in because I want to say, Shay, read that one more time, sister friend. One more time. I want to hear it from the top.
I sure will. I said, the words we speak create the reality we live, and our reality is a projection of our mindset. And then I said, our mindset is based off the words we use and think.
Ooh, and that little giggle.
Woo-wee! Yeah.
You guys heard Sultry Shay with that little giggle on the end too, because she so intentionally steps in this way. you know the difference between someone who's speaking something because it's, common or popular, and someone who really has it embedded in their every like morsel of their demeanor. And when Shay says that she, without a doubt, speaks in this way intentionally, it's been something that, I so luckily get to do right alongside of my sister as we observe our language, as we finish books like the, self mastery, like the mastery of self, or we dive in the law of attraction this week, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's the conversation in chapter 1 and chapter 2 of your best year ever. Like, we are unpacking this invitation to consider and also know it is absolutely true that the spells we speak are what we end up seeing. It is without question that, that's why spells are part of spelling. I think I heard that in this room the other day, and I was like, yes, an old mentor used to say that all the time, like spells. I think, yeah, that was Eamon, that was you. Like this, the spells, is part of the word spelling for a reason. It's also why we're often told that other old, ancient adage, which is we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. And it's because they are intended to be put in that order. And many think that's because we're supposed to speak less. And as someone who had, I talk too much on every report card, and so have my kids, primarily my son, the reality is that I think that is far from the truth of what that's saying. What that means is that, yes, of course, we're going to listen twice as much as we speak because we're always learning. And we're going to be intentional as hell with what we're speaking because we know the power of our words. And so when Shay said, and thank you for honoring me, sweet sister, because it is the way I choose to move these days, it wasn't always. And it's when I give myself, like, once it has bubbled up to be spoken as a desire, and I give myself permission to try it on, like it's already true. Listen, once it comes out of my mouth and it feels good too, it's just like I'm in a dressing room. Like, I'm like, yep, you can, that one I'm taking home with me. I'll buy that one. And so once I have that clarity, like it fits me, it feels good, I can see and embody the entire vision, the only thing left next to do is to step boldly. Like, that's it. It's like I could either leave it hanging in the dressing room and wish I bought it, or I can just fucking grab it and go and pay for it. And so that's the way I think about stepping on behalf of our dreams and desires. And the reason we speak them as true every single day, because the moment I get to try it on, it brings an awareness. Like, am I fully embodying that? Does it feel natural to me? Can I really see that? Does it fit me? And sometimes what I speak may not be what like I feel all the way through me. Sometimes, like my sister Shay will say, I desire, why am I putting on some fly ass dresses and looking like a damn queen? And I'm like, ooh, wait. That feels really good. Okay, thank you. Now I have that desire on my
Them
heart
high
too. So
vibrations, Lindsay. That high vibe.
100%. It's a vibration, it's energy, it's all the things that we may be unable to see, but we can feel. That's what those little, goosebumps or God, God kisses, whatever you may want to call them. When those show up on our body, it's for a reason. And when we're not exposed to cold or something else, it's a physical expression of energy. It lets us know that we're connected to the energy body. And so listening to how something sounds, and listen, there are times that I speak a desire out and I'm like, all right, well, what many people won't acknowledge about me is that there are many things I speak and they change before I go seeking. Like, I change my direction because I'm like, oh yeah, that was almost it, kind of. Something more, it's still bubbling. And so it's like, cooking on the stove top. Like, I keep stirring, adding some other ingredients, taste testing. I'm like, yeah, it's close. It's damn near there. And it needs something. So that's, when I think about, again, back to two ears, one mouth, it's not to, and I like to step away from, and this is another book that Shay and I walked through. We had the author actually guiding us masterclass style, our entire book club. and it's the law of attraction. And so giving ourselves the opportunity to remove words like don't, not, know gives us a new way of wording, which is so impactful. So, the reality is that two ears in proportion to one mouth is, rather than thinking of it as speak less, I invite us to think speak with intention. And with that, I'm excited to hear what my other friends are saying. I know Nick was coming after me.
Real
So I'll
quick, before Nick, Lindsay, real quick, because I heard what you said about intentionality. If you guys aren't intentional, you're not gonna get nowhere. Throw one in the chat. Being intentional, intentional. Coming across individuals, actually helping them out, not saying things that you're not gonna do. Like really, really getting to the point. Like let's really start being intentional this year. Like this year and beyond. I was intentional last year, the year before that. But if you're not intentional, be intentional now. Cause I can feel when someone's not intentional. There's small talk, right, Lindsay? Is small talking and shit. Fuck, what the fuck we small talking for? I don't want to small talk with no one. Let's get to the business. Let's get straight to it, right? Shay, like what we talking? Like what we people want to talk all day. What y'all want to talk for? You know what I'm saying? All this small talk. Nah, let's get to it. What we doing? Let's get to it. That's my attitude, Shay. Is getting to it. Miss Manifest, you know how I'm rocking. I'm not changing. We getting to. Let's get to it. If you ain't getting to it, then get up out of here. Facts, because this is the attitude you gotta have, because people will procrastinate with your time and limit your time too. They'll get your time and limit your shit. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Let's keep it rocking, man. Who's coming in next, man?
Man, and you know I'm coming in, bro. Can you hear me all right? Am I coming through loud and
Yes,
clear?
sir, Ski.
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
I got the Matrix trying to pull me out. They're trying to stop me from being great, man, but I ain't gonna let it happen, man. I'm gonna just say this is a very powerful space. I love what's being shared. I heard Lindsay coming in and she said majority of the words that I was about to speak, and I'm like, you know what? Not surprised. Lindsay for president. I'm gonna just say this to echo that. One thing when it comes to the specific topic that I've learned is that if you do not fully believe what is coming out of your mouth, don't even say it. And I say that because people like to say things and they don't even actually believe what's coming out of their mouth. If you're that kind of person that is just all bark and no bite, you shouldn't be saying it. And I know a lot of people that are like that. And that's what Stack, what you said, being intentional. I'm very particular and realistic with what comes out of my mouth. If I don't know that I'm going to do it, or if I don't believe it, you will not catch me saying it. That's why I've cut a lot of words out of my vocabulary. If it does not help me grow, elevate, and seek further in my being, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no ties to it. I've stopped saying things like trying. I don't know, certain things like that. I stopped saying that. And when people say that around me, I'm like, nah, maybe not for me. I don't want to engage in that, because then it's going to make me forget how much progress I've made and what I'm doing in my life. And once I start to forget what I'm doing and what I've already built, at that point I'm losing. I'm falling behind, and I don't want to fall behind. I want to be around people that pour into my spirit, that literally bring me value and effort. If you don't bring those things to my life, you got to go. And I don't care how long the bond has been. It's there's nothing personal, but I got to do what's best for me. And I've said this in multiple spaces. If you got to do what's best for you, you got to stop apologizing for letting go of certain things that don't align with you. If people are speaking negative upon their life and every conversation they say is of misery and negativity, you got to let go of that. Because then at that point, you're forgetting who you are. And once you forget who you are, then you're in a stagnant place. And stagnancy is not a place I want to be in. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be in a place of stagnancy. If you don't want to be in a place of stagnancy, put a 100 emoji in the chat for me. If you are not a stagnant person, put your 100 emoji in the chat. I'm saying this because I know a lot of people that will dim their light or stop shining their light just because others want to shine too. And I'm a huge advocate for helping others shine. But if I'm not shining too, it's a disservice. If I'm not making sure I'm good, it's a disservice. If I'm not making myself every aspect of me, it's a disservice. If it's not aligning with me, it's a disservice. You see where I'm going with this, right? I want to be on a different wavelength and frequency. And if you are not meeting me there, then you're getting left behind. Truthfully said and done. That's just what it is. At this season of our lives, we got too much going on, too much potential, too many dreams that need our attention. And we can't be giving little things that don't matter the attention that we should be giving the attention. So hopefully that made sense to somebody. Make sure y'all have a blessed day, man, and speak what you want into the universe. It hears you. It's listening. It may not come when you want it to, but it'll happen in due time. If you stick to the script and stay the course, it'll come. But just because you can't physically see something happening doesn't mean it's not happening. So keep that in mind.
My man, dropping bars. I hear you, Nick.
Wait, we don't drop bars and then drop the mic. This is a popcorn kind of situation. David, I see you coming in too, and Nick. I want you to know that that was absolute power, the believe it. And I'll double down on that and go to the know it, like to our bones. That's what, a reminder. And that came from Francois. He paid forward a YouTube video. And I think those two words, I used to say I believed a lot. And now the things that I know, like I know, fuck believing. I don't really mean that. It's for comedy, And at the same time, like the believing means that there's still room for doubt. And the knowing is like, I know my name's Lindsaya. You would never be able to convince me otherwise. I would go to, you could crucify me before I would say something different. And so I think it's really important that level of that deep level of knowing and also giving ourselves room to try it on and know when it's in a stage of believing too. So Nick, I loved that. Loved your share, brother. And David, I saw you coming off mic. Over to you.
Share the
Yeah,
room out. Ping the room out. Go ahead, David. Let's go.
yeah. I was gonna say, great, Nick, and I've got something for you, mate, because that was like really fire. So I've got to give you one of these, and I'm gonna come at it on a more of a NLP style as well, guys. We have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind never switches off. It's constantly listening to you, what you say internally and externally. And I want you to remember this: thoughts become things. Nothing existed. It started off in somebody's thoughts. So if you're thinking that you're not good enough, that you're not going to do it, guess what? Your subconscious is going to go, okay, let's look for things to justify why you can't do it, or why you're thick, or why you're stupid, or why someone is better than you. Thoughts become things, and if you speak it into existence, then you're speaking it into your truth. So stop with the bullshit of I can't do anything or I'm not good enough. When we're all born exactly the same, a naked little baby with no clues to do anything, and we learn and we learn and we learn and we grow. And don't get me wrong, sometimes we go into a different, tougher situation, but that just means you have to fight harder for what you want. Each and every person in this room, we all started off from a blank canvas. The only person that can stop you from doing something is yourself. I'm speaking from the truth because when I was in hospital, the doctor said to me, "Oh, you couldn't die of this, you can die of that with the liver transplant." And I said, "Fuck that! No, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to break all the records of the hospital." And they looked at me as if I had two heads. And guess what? I did exactly that because I spoke it into existence. I felt it into existence, and I told the universe, God, whoever you believe in, that that was what was going to fucking happen, and that is what happened because I spoke my truth. I wasn't ready to go anywhere. I've got two beautiful children, and I was like, I'm staying here for them. And they were all shocked of how fast and how quick that happened. And some people say, oh, that was luck or that was it. No, it wasn't. I used everything in my power of my teachings to actually speak what I wanted into reality. And you can think it into reality. You can imagine it into reality. I want everybody to do this quick little exercise just to prove a point. If I tell everybody now, don't think of a pink pig, the majority of you have thought of a pink pig. That's because the subconscious mind doesn't understand the word don't, it just understands the command that you give it. So if you're giving it shitty commands like, oh, I'm thick, or oh, I'm stupid, or oh, I'm ugly, guess what it's going to do? It's going to try and please you. It's going to look for things to justify why you're thick, why you're stupid, why you're ugly. But if you flip it on its head and say, I'm amazing, I'm learning this quicker and quicker each and every day, I am a superpower, I don't know this now, but I'm going to learn it really quick. It's a different way of speaking to yourself. And then guess what it will do? It will look for things to justify how it can find those things to pour the goodness into your life. This is a really passionate subject. Great room, as always, Stack. And each and every one of you in this room can speak and think what you want into existence. Remember that. David in the Purple Magic School, signing out.
Bam.
Woo! Listen, put something in the chat. I wanna address something he said, and I wanna see if y'all caught it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Put a brain emoji in the chat if y'all got this too. Thoughts or things. Let's expand on that real quick. Put a brain emoji in the chat. Blow the chat the fuck up. Go crazy in the chat right now. Brain emoji. Thoughts or things. When you think hard enough about something, it shows up on your doorstep. You think about success, you think about these partnerships, because look, when you break through the atmosphere, you think about more, you'll become more. Break through the atmosphere. Don't just stay in the box. I'm not staying in the box this year. And I'm not surrounding myself with nobody that wants to stay in the box either. So thoughts are really things, guys. Think about it hard enough. Think about it. Think I told y'all when I sat down at Comcast, I said, what's gonna happen after this? I wanted something so bad after this. What happened? I signed a contract and had my own TV show with E360, right? That's what happens when thoughts are things. I wanted a TV show. I wanted to be on TV. I wanted it hard enough. Thoughts are things. The shit showed up right before my birthday. Ain't that God? Yo, babe, ain't that God? That's crazy. That shit, hey, I signed that shit. I signed that contract ASAP right before my birthday. And it was because I thought I was going to have one. I thought it was going to be on my doorstep. Even before when I got in the music game, when I was doing the, when I got in the game, right? I was like, I knew I was going to be something doing it. Even if I wasn't the biggest superstar doing it or the biggest producer or something, I just knew I was going to be something. What happened? It happened. This whole time I was working on it behind the scenes. Those nights y'all didn't see, the studio nights, me making all the beats with my brother and my crew. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see the nights before this. Some people only see the glitz and the glamour. So thoughts are things. I love that share, Nick. I love that share. Y'all going crazy right now. Are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Think bigger. Let's go in. Who else is coming in hot, man?
And
Let's go.
Stack, I just wanted to add on that with coming back to what Nick was saying about deleting words like try and I can't. Delete them words, guys, because as I say to clients, I say you don't try and have a poo. You're either having a poo or you're not having a poo. Do you know what I mean? You don't run to the toilet and go, oh, I've just pooed myself. You're either having a poo or you're not. There's no try, because that's letting yourself off the hook. You either are doing it or you're not doing it. I don't, I can't. Delete those limiting belief words and say I can or I am getting better at doing that, rather than putting yourself down. Someone else can roll in.
Man, let me say this real quick, Stack. I got a gem for y'all real quick, and I'll yield on this. Instead of saying the word trying, start saying applying. Instead of saying the word trying, say the word applying. Because when you start applying, things start multiplying. I'm going to say it again. Instead of saying trying, say the word applying. So when you start applying, things start multiplying. That's my gem for y'all today.
Applying. If y'all agree, get up in the chat, man. If you guys are just now joining, right, in the house, we're talking about, are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Ping the room out, share the room out. Everybody is welcome in the Media Mentorship House. So if you know anyone that wants to talk about limited words, or they never been in here before, we love new members and we love new faces. So come through, come share with us. We on the comfy couch, as like Miss Manifest would say. Miss Manifest, what you say in your room? We'll be on the comfy couch. How you doing, sis? What you say? Go ahead, do a quick reset, sis. How you doing?
Listen, y'all, if y'all on the bottom, literally come chill with us on the comfy couch with the diamonds on it, because I got diamonds on my couch. It's a high vibrational thing. So listen, don't be afraid. You don't have to mic. Come rock out with us. Thank y'all.
Come to the comfy couch, man, with the diamonds on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. I appreciate you, sis. Let's keep going in. I want y'all to, talk about this topic. Limited words, surrounding yourself. Are you surrounding yourself with that? Have you known anyone that's surrounding? Yo, Donovan, what we doing, man? The big players
What's
in the
going
building.
on?
We
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I apologize for dropping the mic early, stepping up and saying something, but man, I was so moved by by my man Nick's words, man. I really appreciate that. But I truly do believe in words kill and words create, right? So the words like can't, and I love the word, using applying instead of trying. But it's really big when it comes to your ability to create. I do affirmations every morning, right? I always try to create my day, and create who I'm being in those situations. And I try to get people to understand the power of choice, right? You always have to understand, like and even in the little things, like I try not to make decisions, I make choices, right? Because when you decide, if you look at the root word in decide, right? It's side. And if you look at other words that are associated with that, you look at pesticide, suicide, homicide, they kill off any other options, right? So I typically make choices. Whenever I do anything, I always say, well, it's my choice to either do it or don't do it. And if I choose wrongly, then I say, okay, well, I can choose to be this way, or I can choose not to be this way, right? If it's great, okay, I can choose to continue to celebrate, harder, or I can choose to continue to go even harder, right? So it's always a choice. So when you make choices, you are more empowered to you're empowering yourself to make another choice, and if something were to go wrong, right? Because sometimes most people make decisions and they kill off all options for other things. So I decided to do this, and now
Hold
you've
up, say
killed
that
off the
again,
option.
Donovan. Say that again,
when
man.
when you
Going
when you
too
make
fast, bro. Go
decisions
back.
when you make decisions, you kill off all other options,
Ooh,
right?
put a one
Because
in the chat,
you
man. Put a one
decided
in the chat.
on something. So it's really empowering when you make choices, right? So if something happens to you, it's easy for people to point fingers and never really truly be accountable to things. When things happen to you, like if someone hit my car, right? It was out of my power that it happened, right? But I can choose how to be in those situations. I can choose to be upset, or I can choose to be okay with it. Yeah, I could be upset, but the thing is what good is it going to do? I have insurance. It's all going to be taken care of. So I choose to be okay with it. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you're all right. Appreciate it. You go ahead with your day. I got all your information, and I'll let our insurance take care of it. Right? In those situations, I made a choice. Now if I lost my shit and I decided to do something, I killed off the option of, because I can't go back after that. I decided to go off on this person. I went off on them. I can't go back after that. That person will always see me as that person who I lost control and over. Right? And that's the biggest thing, is like, we have to understand that when you have the power of choice, you can choose to divert from that, and you can choose to go somewhere else. You can choose to this, and that's I even when I've dated someone, when I was dating, um, I would say, you know what, I choose you. And I want, and I don't say it as though like I'm choosing. Yeah, it was some options, but it's the power of choice. Out of everybody, I chose you. I choose you because I'm empowering you to understand, so you understand that I made that choice. I'm empowered by that choice, right? I want that. I want that. I want you. I want this. I want that, right? So you have to choose every day how you're going to be in every situation. And that truly gives you power over everything. I had somebody talk to me the other day. He's like, hey, man, when because he had asked me, he's like, man, I had some issues with a coworker. They came in here and they kept trying to do something that I didn't want to do, and I kind of went left on him and everything. He said, what do you do in those situations? Well, in situations that I don't really have a whole lot of control over, is I have to understand that I still have that power of choice. I can choose to be upset, or I can choose not to. I can choose how to handle them. I can choose to leave them alone. Or I can choose, and if I'm still there and they're doing something to me, right? I can choose to say, okay, I'm going to empower them to try to hope that they change, or I can say I can choose not to. But for me, I'm never going to be around somebody that really doesn't have really great intentions for me, because that's somebody stealing my power. And I will never be around somebody who wants to shine brighter than me, because I don't want to shine brighter than them. I want them to shine as bright as I am, right? So again, man, that's one of the biggest things is I've taken for power of words is to choose. Is always choose in every situation. Remember, to empower yourself, you have a choice. You always have that choice. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances are, you have a choice in every situation that you put yourself into. And always be accountable for that, because you're not becoming a victim to anybody or anything. Don't ever be a victim. If you're a victim, you're waiting for someone to save you. No one's going to save you. You got to save yourself. So choose to be empowered, and choose to make a better choice.
Donovan, choose to make a better choice. Woo! Surrounding yourself with limited words, choosing to make a better choice as well. I have to choose to make a better choice. If you just stay stagnant around those people, man, you gotta get up around that, man. Ever since I changed my circle, Donovan, I felt way better, man. Changing the direction, changing the future, right? Not having it recycle the way it was. No, I'm gonna break off this way. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing that way. It's okay to make that choice to be okay, or to just become better, man. I'm okay. You guys can go do that. It's all right. Because you know what it is too, Donovan. Listen, man. People are still doing the same thing they was, man. When I took off with this, they're doing
That
the same.
sounds like insanity to me, bro.
Yes, but it's comfortability as well. It's all they
You're
know.
doing the same
They don't have
thing
leaders, man.
to getting the same results, and you're expecting different results.
And that's
And
the
you know,
problem. And that's the problem. So that's why I made this room. I wanted to really talk about: are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Don't surround yourself with it. Think big. That's why I put the think big at the end, because I want everyone to think big. But there was an issue, or there was probably a time, or someone that had limited words, or limited thinking, or limited belief. So let's continue this conversation. If you guys are just joining, we're talking about surrounding yourself with limited words, thinking big, media mentorship house. Please click the mega mention if you guys aren't a part of it, so that way you can be a part of more conversations like this. I think tomorrow Lindsay is going all the way in with a great topic about unlocking success. I can't wait for that as well. And then we're gonna see what the week brings. I love you guys. Let's continue to dive all the way in. Oh yeah, and I need a manifest room. So Miss Manifest, hit me up. Let's get it in. Let's talk. Let's keep this floor open. Angelise, I appreciate you for being here. We tapped in. Angelise is a person that, you know, I seen on the app too, Miss Manifest. She came on and she really trusted the tools that were there too, right? The tools that were in the community, what we were saying, the guidance, and the fact that she's here is pretty cool, right? Because she's like an OG with us when she's seen us helping a lot of people from when you first started to what I'm doing right now. So, Angelise, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being in the media mentorship. Over you. Let's go.
Hi, Stack. Thank you so much for putting this room together. I had a free chunk of time, so I was like, I gotta jump in. We talked, gotta jump in. And yes, the tools and everything you guys have granted me since starting my business last year have really pushed it. But I had to jump in um, because I think that a lot of the belief in things, especially when I was first getting started, was difficult. So if you're in that position, or maybe you're not, or everybody shared some really awesome things, but the tip I have is 51%. It's hard to believe 100% in any decision that you make. So give it 51%. 51% that it's going to work out, and the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, will meet you the rest of the way. When I started my business, I went on an ooh shiny path like crazy. I had no idea what I was doing. I was a new mom again with my third kiddo. He was a month and a half old, so baby business partner, you'll see all over my social media. But I gave it 51%. I believed 51% of it that Miss Manifest, Stack with the Pack, Eamon, everybody that I met in this space and a couple other here on Clubhouse was going to get me in the right direction, and they did. I believe 51% of it, my business was going to work. 51% that God granted me exactly what I needed to get where I'm going. And even on the hard days, which February was a tough month, but even on those hard days, it's a lot easier to give 51% of myself to what it is that I'm doing, to be intentional with that 51% of belief, to know that those clients are going to come to you, those customers are going to come to you. That 51% makes all of the difference. So maybe you don't have 100% to give today. That's okay. Maybe not even tomorrow. Maybe that tough day next month, that tough day next week. Tax day's coming up. Maybe you've got that hard day coming up. 51% that you're going to make through it. You're going to touch base with somebody who can help you. And if you haven't tapped into the tools that Stack, Miss Manifest, Shay, Lindsaya, all of these wonderful people have, do it. That 51% of belief in what they have to tell you, what they have to share with you, will change your world. And that is where I will end my mic. Thank you guys.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much
Come
for
on,
sharing.
Miss Manifest.
Oof, like I'm just excited because when I see people speak and I've seen their success and I watch, because I pay attention, right? Because pay attention to your mentors that really big you up. Stack literally just went and said, listen, Angelise, I've watched you from the beginning. Like, you got to pay attention to people that's watching your story, because there's a lot of mentors out there that's a little shaky or wonky, like Stack always likes to call it, right? This is important. You got to pay attention to that. And I'm so proud of you because I've watched her start from the beginning. I watched her manifest little by little by little. If y'all don't know, she's so modest, she don't even introduce herself a lot of times. And I have to tell her, she's an amazing bookkeeper. And if it's tax time right now. As an entrepreneur, you have to set your team right. So that was one of the things that I was excited to watch her literally start her rooms, do these XYZ activities to help people understand what bookkeeping was. And I love that about her. And a lot of people on this app have literally been growing, and you have to stay around these people that are speaking highly into you. Limiting beliefs is a disease. I'm telling you, if you allow one limiting belief in your mind and you let it grow, it'll be like weeds. Okay. And it's extremely hard. I don't like to manifest that, but to really, keep maintaining that, right? If you got one weed, you let another one come, and then you notice that you go into procrastination, then you go into limiting beliefs in your mindset, what you saying, your friends start to be low vibrational. It's just a chain reaction. So you got to stay around these rooms that keep you high vibrational. So I'm gonna toss up the mic. Thank y'all for being here. Share out the room. We got 17 shares. Let's get it up to 25. I think it's time to get this jumping because I'm really excited about this. I love high vibrational
Come
rooms
on,
like.
sis. With the energy, throw the energy up. What we doing?
Let's go. I'm excited. Y'all gotta get hyped. Like energy is everything. I see people literally come into Clubhouse and they do shifts on Clubhouse. Meaning if they're working in 9 to 5, they come in rooms looking for something like this. So share that out because it's a big thing. It's a big thing. I hear that all the time. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. You got me through the day at work. That's big. And I love that. So it's all the positivity that we bring into Clubhouse. Clubhouse didn't die. Shout out to Legend of
We
Legend of Clubhouse.
come
You know,
on, sis. It never died.
it never died. That was a bad limiting belief. It died and they ran off the app. I said, what in the heck
They
type
just
of
gave
It
us
vibration?
died
more
so
room to
fast.
grow, sis. It's okay. They gave us
Right?
more room.
It was like somebody stunk. It was gone. Like it's like, dang, it left their shadows here. Like, what the
It
heck?
died
Like,
for them. That's all.
right?
Arithia, come through. Talk to me about this.
I
How you
was
feeling
just
about these
saying,
limited words, sis? Come through fire for me.
I loved everything Angelique said because first of all, part of being an entrepreneur, you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta have it. If you do not have it, baby, you're already turning back to those 9 to 5s that you used to have. So part of being an entrepreneur is faith. You're not always going to believe 100%, but she said something so powerful that take that 51 that you have because you believe more in what you're doing now than what you did before. Take that 51% and use it to believe in a coach or a mentor or someone who can show you to the place where you need to get to, who believes 100% in what they're doing. If you're working with Stock and with Miss Manifest, they've been doing this for so many years that they've cultivated a spirit of faith. They've cultivated a spirit of belief in their unique talents, expertise, their craft. So they believe
Ooh-wee.
100% in this. They stand 10 toes down in this. They show up every single day in everything they do. So they have that 100% belief in themselves. And if you are not at that stage just yet, you taking that 51 that you may have is going to go so much further when you attach it to the 100% that those mentors and those coaches have. So I say that to say first, Angelique, shout out to you because you've been doing amazing. Okay. You've been doing amazing. Every day you show up, you are doing amazing. And I have to say that as an entrepreneur with almost 15 years in the entrepreneurial game, when I turned away from working a 9 to 5, I knew I couldn't go back there. But that didn't mean that the support that my family was expecting me to give them wasn't going to happen. I had to now pour into myself in ways that I don't think people really think about until they're in an entrepreneurial situation. A lot of us were at our 9 to 5s. Some of y'all don't even do the research on how some of these 9 to 5s got so big and are able to employ you, give you health insurance, give you job security. Because that's what we love about it. It's giving us security. We don't have to think about all of these things. But a lot of us, if you're really into being an entrepreneur, you got to study this. Because when you get out here on your own, baby, it can get hard if you are not disciplined enough, if you don't have enough personal development or desire to get that personal development, if you're not connected to a community like this Media Mentors Mansion, a community of like-minded people that can support you in getting to where you want to be. If you're not connected, if you don't have the right people around you, if you're not speaking life into yourself, if you're really not just doing the things you need to do, entrepreneurialism is going to be hard for you. So I also wanted to tap into what who was it? It was Donovan. Make the right choice. Choose to be better every single day. And even if it, okay, baby. I got my business partners in the car, y'all.
The
So shout out to
business,
y'all.
the business besties is in the back,
I
Corinthia.
got the business besties in the back. We just left school, okay? But I wanted to tap into what Donovan said, that make the right choice for what you're trying to push forward to, no matter where you're at, whether it's personal, whether it's monetary, whether it's physical, whether it's entrepreneurial. Make the right choice for where you are. And that choice, sometimes you need to take a step back and you need to process what's really happening. I know there are a lot of books that say, making a decision right in the moment, right there, right then, shows that, you're intentional about what you want to do. And that's great. But all of us get the opportunity to take a step back and actually process our situation. So don't feel pressured to get into something just because Tom, Dick, and Harry is doing it. I have to say that to y'all in here too, because you have to remember, when you make these decisions, you're left with what happens afterwards. So make the right decisions for you. And then also, I say this every time I get in here, don't be afraid to fail. Fail fast, fail hard so you can
Facts.
succeed. Failure makes you an asset.
Mm-hmm.
Failure doesn't just put an F on your report card. It makes you an asset.
Corinthia, I like
It makes
that.
you
You gave me
uniquely.
another idea.
Okay? Failure makes you an asset. It makes you uniquely qualified for that particular situation that you failed at. I hope y'all hear
I
me.
hear you loud and clear.
It makes you particularly qualified for that situation that you failed at. And there are people failing every day. If you can be qualified for that failure, they will look to you so they don't have to fail the way you did. Feel me? I'm gonna land there. I'm gonna pass it back to you, Stack. But everybody, peace and blessings in here. I'm heading home with the business besties in the back. But
Let's
y'all,
go.
listen. If you are not a part of the Media Mentors Mansion, I want you to just take a second, click the link above, join the house. There are amazing conversations happening here every single day, and you want to be a part of that, because a part of what happens here, you can take that with you in your everyday life and now have a point of reference on how you're going to conquer that new thing, how you're going to crush that new idea, how you're going to build that faith up so you can close more deals. All of that is happening here every single day. Take the time out, click the link above, join Media Mentors, follow all of these amazing moderators on the stage, and I'm out. Love y'all.
Ooh-wee. Make sure y'all tap in with Arinthia. She got the business gang in the back. They headed home right now. Make sure y'all tap in with her, Miss Arinthia. We're gonna do some system rooms. And she just gave me an idea about failure being an asset or a disqualification. I like that, Miss Manifest. Look, failure, is it an asset or disqualification? Yeah, Arenthia, get with me on that. We're gonna have to tag team on that room, because every time I hear, you guys talk, it just cultivates different ideas and different directions we could take the conversation. So I love that, Arenthia. Can't wait to do some tag teaming with you. Can't wait to help out more people, because y'all know Arenthia is helping a lot of people through systems, right? Gotta have your systems together. How you gonna win with no systems, right? Then on top of that, how you gonna win with no social media, right? So me and her, we gotta team up to see how we can put some systems together, along with some PR and some social media to get more people to the next level on top of what we're already doing. So expect some media mentorship stuff with Arinthia. Expect some systems talk. Expect some failure, assets, disqualification. That's coming soon. And another person I want to check in on is my brother Norman, right? So Norman came in like what, not too long ago. Everybody that was in here, you guys remember the men's affirmation room. I'm gonna be doing another one of those real soon. I know Norman's back from Jamaica. He settled back. He's doing his thing. Him and Abby are doing their rooms daily. He's back. So I'll be coordinating something where me and Norman do another men's affirmation room and have strong men come through, and then we'll see how him and Abby and Amanda and Lindsay and Miss Manifest can lead the next women's one, and we'll have a huge flyer, and we'll make sure you guys RSVP for that one too. But I want to check on Norman, give him some time and some space to talk about limited words, and also give his words, man, on when we going to get the next Media Mentors men's affirmation room, man. We need that fire. Over to you, Norman. Let's go.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Men's media mentor indeed, my brother Stock and other awesome souls. Greetings to you all. You know, as you know, I am ready for the men's affirmation. Whenever you are ready, my brother. Thanks to everyone who came in last time. It was overwhelming. Thanks to those females who are really in support of men speaking out more, because most of the times you are the vocal voice indeed that is really getting things done. So the fact that, men among you can really step up to give affirmations, it's a true representation of, females who are around us indeed. So my brother, stuck with the pack. Thank you so much for, having put your stamp of approval on this initiative indeed. And I laud you so much for the inaugural one, which, the brothers came out and do their thing. And I must say, this thing, are you surrounding yourself with limited words? Think big. This is absolutely awesome indeed. I can remember some time ago, I was in a job and I was, making so much money for these people. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to make a decision to leave. No, I did not hesitate. I did it, in in the right way, of course. Yes, resignation letter and thing. But I got down and I said to myself, I am going to make sure that each year I put out a new book. And I must say to you, now is like 3 years after, and I am on, well, the third book is out, published. And for March here, I am doing my best. Yes, I am making sure that two more is out there. So the person who Thank you so much for that, Shay. So the person who made mention of that word decision, I am keen on that word decision indeed, because I said to them, I am making a decision to leave this place and I'm going to make a decision to etch myself in the world of authorship. Persons who were there and saw my move a year after, they said, I'm making a decision as well. And the wheel turned and, they have now started to inculcate this word decision in their daily lives. So thank you so much for this, Stack indeed. And I am firm on affirmations and I speak things into existence. There are certain words I don't, I make sure certain words are not involved in my vocabulary when it comes on to achieving. I'm about achieving, and let me tell you something. I'm stepping on it if it's wet, cold, hot, yes, or slippery. I am Norman Gordon. Thanks so much for listening to me. Have a great afternoon.
Woo-wee. We gonna be coming in hot with Norman real soon. I really want y'all to know we gonna be coming real hot with Norman. We'll be doing another media men's affirmation. We'll coordinate it. We'll do it around our schedule so that way we can come in fire. We'll be bouncing around doing women's rooms and men's affirmation rooms. We'll do women's affirmation and then we'll do men's affirmation, but we're gonna spread it out to give you some time. Tell your friends, tell some men, tell some women that really want to come in and speak affirmations on their lives. Call it into existence, right? Call these things in. Another person I want to go to and check on is my brother Dre. Dre, you always supporting, man. I see you coming through the room, man. You've been supporting me ever since the XP. I appreciate you, brother. Let's go, man. Let's
I
get it in.
appreciate you too, brother, man. Thank you so much for always having these spaces that allow multimillionaires to meet together, have a glass of wine or champagne, and continue this process of growth and development, man. I appreciate you, brother. I see what you're doing, and I'm learning from you behind the scenes. I'm watching all the greats in here, all the beautiful women in here, as I hear everyone share, it's just a beautiful thing to be in the same train, on the same cart, in the same car with these people, man. It's a beautiful journey that we on. And words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. You have to be mindful of the things that you say, because you can put yourself in a position of lack and scarcity, fear, and doubt by the words you say. Even words like if, try, maybe, hopefully, wishing. When you know that you God and God is you, you command things. You don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to get on your knees. You are God. You command it into existence. Everywhere I go, I command be safe. My journey is safe there and back. I command that there's always more than enough money to share and to spare. I command that is always more than enough money to do what I want, when I want, and how I want. I give it. I'm the director of this thing. I know what words not to say. I know how to feel it into existence, because actually the universe doesn't know words. It knows feelings. It knows how you feel about yourself. It knows, is aware of how you synchronizing yourself with wealth. What are you listening to? What are you watching? Who you're hanging around, right? So these things are important to be mindful of. The most difficult thing to do in the world is to master how your mind works, master how to use it in a way where you can get the most out of it on a subatomic level. The subconscious mind is the mind that creates everything. It remembers everything. It does everything. It controls your heart rate, your blood rate, your liver, your kidneys. The 150 trillion cells in your body circulating is listening to every word you say. So when you say, I hope I can go to Paris, I hope I can go, to this place or that place, you're telling those cells that you don't believe you can do it. You don't believe that you have the power to go there and to have these things, because it starts with the words we say. It starts with our perception of reality. It starts with changing the identity of who we are and how we see the world. Because actually, each and every one of us have our own separate world. We can't change the world. We change our world. We change our perception of that reality. And we can exist next to someone who is poor. I'm rich and I'm next to someone who's poor. We're still in the same earth, on the same thing. We're just on a different frequency, because everything is frequency, energy, vibration. So if his frequency is on lack, her frequency is on lack, and my frequency is on abundance, my frequency on success, we still exist in the same earth, but our perception is different. So it's so important to, have your intention set. It's so important to continue the work no matter what. It's really the attitude. It's an attitude of knowing that you are that. The end result, right? I know I'm the multi-millionaire I desire to be. I go all out imagining that I am that now. I know everything is coming to me now. I don't have to wait for anything. Where's it at? It's right here. It doesn't have to come from anywhere. There's no such thing as separation. I am the multi-millions. I am the bigger mansion. I am the bigger cars. I am the bigger business. I am the bigger relationships. I don't have to look for it to come anywhere. So the thing is just having your subconscious mind accept that program. All I'm doing is changing the old program, the old beliefs. We were brought into this world of limited beliefs. We're brought into a matrix system that binds us with limitations. So we have to escape that through optimism, right? Enthusiasm, recognizing that we are the power to change it through our thoughts and our feelings, and then emotionally attaching the energy towards it. So I appreciate that these spaces continue to allow me to grow. You don't know, Stack, what you're doing for me, bro. I come from a different lifestyle, transitioning from this lifestyle from another lifestyle. And, and it's still business no matter what. It's still, regardless of what, everything's about the bag, but I'm learning to be on a different level and taking, my throat chakra and becoming vulnerable to be another version of me, a higher version of me. So I'm grateful that you have these rooms, man, mental mediaship, man, because it's great to have people you can come to and share thoughts and learn from. No cultivating, but learning how to continue to be great and successful. So I appreciate you, bro. Peace and love.
Dre, I appreciate that, man. Look, we've been having some fire ass shares today. If you guys are just now joining, we've been talking about, are you surrounding yourself with limited words? I'm not surrounding myself with limited words, and you shouldn't be either. If you guys want to continue to dive in, put a one in the chat. If not, I'm gonna start to wind down. Right? We've been in here for over an hour, and tomorrow we're going all the way in with Linzea. So I want her to say a few words about that room. So Santosh, let me get the last share, brother, so I can get up out of here, and then I'm gonna pass it to Linzea, so that way she could talk about, the room for tomorrow. Let's go.
Hey, Stack and everybody. As I always say, that this rooms is a great room for me personally because It's always starting the 6 a.m. in the morning, Australian Standard Time. And yeah, like I was just back from the market just now because I'm in the flower industry. So a couple of 3 days a week, I go to the market. And, I really appreciate you, Stack, that this room is really empowered so many people. And for me personally, I would say, because I grown up with, media in my career. And now every time I come in here, that all these things. And if I go on this topic like limited words, I am a person, I always believe on experience and practicality than theoretical word, right? So it applied to my life as well, because I own Cloud City from 2013. I started to work on this company in 2010. I started to work on this company. I start to feel like my own company, and similarly, the things gone on the same way. And the time came one day that I started to think about this business. I was always thinking this is a good business model. We used to supply flowers to Aldi, supermarkets, wholesale, retail, and all these things were there. And I just connected with the flowers and with my own experience. I always thinking about this business is suitable for me. I was always thinking. End of the day, I got that business, right? So whatever you think in your mind, right, it works in a real world. Because if you start to think little, you will be little. If you start to think big and you work for that and you achieve the result, it applied every time, right? When I came to Australia in 2008, the same thing happened. A lot of people, when they come from third world countries to Australia, America, Canada, or England, because they always struggle about their languages. No matter how educated they are, the languages, I struggle a lot during 2008 when I came to Australia. But you know what? When you believe, you can achieve. When you think good words, good way of thinking you have a good mindset, you can achieve that. 2008, March 14, I came to Australia. March 15, I was surrounding in the Sydney CBD. I went to my educational consultant, and I was looking for the job. By mistakenly, I pressed the button of different lift, and instead of reaching to York Street near Harbour Bridge, I reached on the level one. And one guy was holding cigarette on his hand. He was not smoking. The tall giant, Irish guy, and he was the owner of the advertising company. And I just bumped in there. I saw the board, United Advertising, and then after, I just paused there and saw the board. And then after, I had a little bit of chit chat because I love to talk with anyone. I don't feel hesitate to talk. And in the meantime, like when we had a conversation, the guy offered me the job, and he called me for interview. And next day, I got a job. First job, I was selling Citibank credit card, and there are a lot of senior people who were there. First day, in my broken English, I won't say the best English, during 2008. I got that job. I went to BP, British Petroleum, standing outside. We had a 30-second to 45-second to do the pitch for the customer who filled the fuel. I sold 3 credit cards in first day. And then that from that day onwards, I never look back. So the thing is, you don't need to be super smart. You don't need to be good communicator. You don't need to be, but you have to believe and you have to think positive. If you think that way, you always achieve. So now I'm growing every day. I'm growing. I'm in flower industry, and I have a big goal in this industry to achieve. But again, I always believe in priority of your life. What is your first priority, second, third? I always do on the priority basis. So definitely, as an entrepreneur, as an MBA in marketing, as 27 years in the industry, in marketing, hardcore marketing. So I believe if you think big, you can achieve big. That's what I would like to share. And thank you, Stack. You're amazing. Everybody is amazing here. That's why I said this room is, empowering room. Entrepreneurship, that is the one thing, but empowering other people and bring those people, to empower them, whatever they're doing, and they want to achieve big. This is the best room, Stack, and I really, really appreciate you all. This is Santos from Sydney, Australia. Thank you very much.
Man, I told you I'm gonna make some stacked flowers when I hit Sydney, Australia. Santos got some people that's connected out here where I'm at, so I love it. Santos can't wait to launch some more business ventures, man. Cultivate some
Oh,
things,
Stack,
synergize some
always,
things, bro.
always welcome, man. I have a
I
relation
love
with
you, bro.
Boston. I have a Boston connected
I
guy
know.
myself.
I already know.
No worries.
Tap me in. Anything moving in Boston, I'm on it. So tap in with me, Santos. Can't wait to connect with you. and connect. Like, can't wait to connect with more people that actually really want to take this shit serious. The mentorship, media, diving into their self. Right. Click this link at the top and read. The Burrow Hemp partnership. The line will be here any day. I'm waiting on the word. I'm confirming some boxes and some things that I want inside, and I'm waiting for some more stuff. So, y'all know the pack brand will be here any moment. Love you guys. And also, I'm going to pass it to Lindsay to get some final words because I want her to talk about the room and how we're going to be unlocking success for tomorrow. And then I got to go. So, Lindsay, over to you so I can leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, tomorrow is something that we do here regularly. And so if you know my voice and I know your voice and your face, and whether it be in this space or from other spaces or whatever it may be that you do, tomorrow we're going to be unpacking that real key factor. In fact, what I have come to know as the foundation for all of our dreams, and it's consistency. So we want to hear what are some practices that help you to maintain your consistency, or what question do you have? Maybe one of us can pour something in that really works for us. And we're also it's going to be a space. If you want to celebrate your consistency, tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary for 5 days a week. In fact, for over 2 years, 6 days a week in the Wellness Warrior Collective. This is one small snippet that my friends and family here on Clubhouse get to see, because this is where I spend that time, which means I'm often with you and you're often with me. And this is only one area in which I have a very committed and consistent practice. And I'm sure you do too. So let's talk about it. Let's mash it up. Let's hear what's working for you. Bring your strategies. I'm someone who likes to walk away with having learned something. So what helps you stay consistent? We want to hear from you. And that's what we're going to be going in about tomorrow. Stack, back over to you.
I appreciate you, Lindsay. Put a one in the chat if you guys enjoyed this room today about limiting words, thinking big, the media mentorship. Everybody in here that went in, all the shares, they were fire. This is going right on stackpackpodcast.com, right on iHeartRadio, right on Spotify, right on Google Podcasts. I appreciate you guys. And make sure you check out all the other episodes that we've been uploading as well from Clubhouse. So if you missed some of the episodes that we've been talking about, some of the conversations that have been on fire, you can definitely catch some of the gems over on these platforms. So I appreciate you guys. We'll be diving in more. We going, man, wait till y'all see what's going on. This fire topics. Like I love when you guys get these topics, but then go all the way in on the topics. Like y'all don't play with it. Y'all go all the way in and don't have any remorse. Fire. Everybody with him. It's Manifest, Queen, Lindsay, Andrea, Eamon, Nick, Amanda, Norman, Dre, Santos, Beth, Miss M, Miss Right Time, everybody else that was here. The whole room. We went crazy. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. talking about unlocking that success with Lindsay. Cannot wait to see that episode. Cannot wait for another affirmation room. I can't wait for you guys to see another social media room. I'll be calling up Rocky real soon. Dennis has already hit me up. He wants to do Wall Street Stories Part 3 because he has some more stuff to tell you guys about what's going on with the market right now. So, just wait to see what's going on. I love you guys. Love you all. Let's go.